episode, we're going to be talking about one of the greatest players in the world. A player that is admired by her country and one of the best female Barcelona players the club has ever seen. Of course, we're going to be talking about the two-time Ballon d'Or winner, Alexia Putellas. Before we get into the episode, as always, we need to do some shout-outs and some messages. And if you'd like to send a message or a request in, or a shout-out to your football teammates, or whatever it is, you can send an email to footballforkidspodcast@gmail.com. The first one on this episode is from Felix in Germany. It says, "My name is Felix and I'm nearly 6. I'm half English, but I live in Berlin and my favourite teams are Union Berlin, Bayern Munich and Manchester City." Felix goes on to say that he would love an episode about Bayern Munich. Well, what an episode that would be, Felix. Bayern Munich are a club rich in history and have accomplished so much, so that one is going straight on the list. Thank you very much for being a listener, and please do share the podcast with your football-loving friends. That one was from Felix Ballington. The next one says, "Hi Darren, my name is Rafa and I'm 6 years old. I listen to your podcast all the time. I love playing football and learning about football. It's my favourite thing. I play football on Fridays at my school football club. I'm a big Spurs fan and I would love an episode on Son. So many people have asked for an episode on Heung-min Son that I'm going to do that episode next." And the next one says, "Hi Darren, my name is Theo and I'm 8 years old. I love your podcast because I learn so much about footballers and football facts. I especially love it when you do a football quiz. I play football on a Friday at my school football club and would like to send a massive big shout out to Claremont First Class Football Club. I would really like an episode on Lewandowski. I'm a big Barcelona fan. Thank you so much." Well, thank you very much for your message, Theo, and thank you for being a listener. A big shout out to you and all of your mates that you play football after school with. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode on Lewandowski, which came out just a few weeks ago. And the last one on this episode says, "Hello, my name is Digby and I love the podcast. Would you please make an episode on Mason Mount? I love Chelsea. And also, can you please give a shout out to my best friend Charlie, Harvey and Josh?" Well, a big shout out to them and a massive shout out to you, Digby. Thank you for being a listener. And don't worry, an episode on Mason Mount is on my very, 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 very long list of episodes that I need to write. Well, thank you very much to everybody for your messages of recent times. And if you've sent a message and I haven't read it out yet, do not worry, it's on its way. I read every message that I get sent. It just takes me quite a little bit of time to get round to them because there's so many messages. Right, it's time to get into the episode about Alexia Putellas. Alexia was born in a place called Molle del Valles, a valley not too far from Barcelona. Ever since Alexia was a young girl, she has always been a massive fan of FC Barcelona, and she would travel to Barcelona on a regular basis with her dad. When Alexia couldn't go to the games at the Nou Camp, she would watch at a local bar. It was extremely rare that she would miss a game. Barcelona have always been extremely important to her. Some of the players Alexia was inspired by when she was younger included the likes of Rivaldo and Ronaldinho, both Barcelona legends. Alexia was brought up in a very sporty household, a house where sports like basketball, hockey and tennis were played and loved. Football properly came into her life at school, and she was lucky enough to play football at 2 football camps with Barcelona. From a young age, Alexia showed a keen interest and a talent for football, and at 7 years old, she joined Sabadell Youth. Sabadell didn't accept girls under the age of 8, and Alexia's family told them that she was actually older so that she could get into the team. She didn't only get into the team though, she ended up being the captain and showed how much of a leader she was among girls quite a bit older than her. In fact, she ended up playing with girls who were up to 12 years old. And in 2005, Alexia got her dream, the thing she hadn't stopped thinking about. She joined the Barcelona Youth Academy. Alexia spent a season with the academy, but unlucky for her, at the end of that season, she found herself with no team as the youth academy changed things up and there was no team left for her age group. It was a nightmare for her, an aspiring footballer and a lifelong Barcelona fan. Alexia ended up joining Espanyol, a top team in Spanish football. She spent some years in the youth academy and then became a senior footballer with the squad. She played many a game with the team and then went to another Spanish team called Levante, another Spanish side that were well respected. But deep down, Alexia wanted to play for the club which she had supported since being a young girl, the club where she had a short spell a few years back. Alexia wanted to be back at FC Barcelona. And in 2012, Alexia returned to the club which she loved, her beloved Barcelona. In her first season back as a senior player, she played almost every game, scoring some of the most magnificent goals. And that year, Barcelona won the women's top division. Alexia spent the next 4 seasons proving what an amazing player she was, setting up goal after goal and scoring many as well. And in 2017, Putellas became her captain for her childhood club. A super proud moment. Alexia has been playing with Barcelona for 11 seasons now, racking up nearly 400 games and over 170 goals. With the club, she has won the Spanish top division 6 times, been a finalist in the Champions League and won the Champions League as well. She is the only female player on the planet to have ever won the female Ballon d'Or twice, and she won it 2 times in a row. When she won the award in 2021, the sports company Nike gave her a custom gold crown and a pair of gold custom Phantom G2 football boots. In the same year that she won the Ballon d'Or, she won Footballer of the Year at the Dubai Football Awards, and a picture of her was shown on the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. Alexia became the first woman in the world to have her picture displayed on that building. In 2023, she featured in the FIFA game and is the highest rated player in the entire game with a rating of 92. Her speed, agility, skills, power, strength and overall game-playing ability makes her a very special player. Alexia has become a role model for young players all around Spain and all around the world. She is so well thought of and admired in Barcelona that in the streets you will find massive pictures of her, sometimes dressed up as Superwoman. A Brazilian band was so inspired by her that they made a song called Alexia. The band wrote the song after a goal that she scored went viral in 2013, and they compared her to some of the most creative and inspirational people on the planet. Not many players have had a song made by actual bands about them. Apart from being a history-making and award-winning footballer, she's also an author and has written 3 children's books. Is there anything she can't do? No wonder they call her Superwoman. She has represented both Catalonia and Spain and has played international football since 2012 and recently hit the 100 game mark. At just 29 years old, Alexia still has so many games left in her and without doubt will go on to pick up more awards, score more goals and inspire more people around the world. I hope that you've enjoyed listening and learning about the Superwoman, Alexia Putellas. And remember, if you know somebody who loves football just as much as you do, then please tell them about Football for Kids. And whether you're playing football soon, watching it on the telly or pitch side, I hope that you enjoy the game. See you next time.